Hello and welcome to Refuse. As always, I'm Plume Noir, and here we have Captain Marvel number 3. Oh god, this book is bad. Um, you know, I can kind of see what they're doing. They're trying to do the whole, we can do it. And you know what? It makes sense. You have the main villain, Machismo, who is created this barrier over Roosevelt Island, and he's apparently picking off all the men and capturing them, leaving only the women behind. Um, and it looks like only women can get through the portal because he's a chauvinist, okay? Um, and okay, fine, that makes sense. I can understand you only have the women. Of course, they're all going to work together and fight this off. It's everything else around it that is stupid and makes no sense. I like this cover. Again, this is the whole kind of we can do it, and I like Amanda Connor's art, and I actually just noticed this. There's where Connor and Mounts they signed it right there. That's kind of cool in the whatever airship they're working on back there, but it's a cool cover. It's thematic, I suppose. And at the end of the last issue, um, none of the male heroes could get in, but She-Hulk had happened to breach the barrier. But just as she breached it, she turned back into Jen Walters because, as we're finding out, people's powers aren't really working very well, except for Carol's, and even she says she feels them, kind of going down a little bit. So as Carol is fighting off these, metal men robots, Jen is falling, and so Carol just goes, no. And then kind of goes almost binary here with the flaming hair. And then we get the dialogue, the captions, and the art do not line up. So she flies off and says, this is going to be tricky. Too fast and I'll snap Jen's neck because Jen is falling, she's in human form. Too slow and she hits the ground and nothing matters. Oh god, it's going to be so close. And look, Jen is like so close to the ground. Got you. And, nice try, girl, but not on my watch. Nobody dies today. She catches her, like, feet off the ground. She fell all this way, and it's kind of the whole Gwen Stacy thing again. What she's saying, she has to be careful, but she basically flew at her at such speed and everything. It should be like getting hit by a truck just before hitting the ground. It should still have just turned her into mush if that's what she's worried about. And it gives Carol time to yell into Jen's crotch for some reason. So yeah, she catches her and then takes her up and you know that's right, dummy. What the hell were you thinking? Jumping through that barrier? Was thinking I'm the Hulk. Yeah, they're going back to the whole Hulk thing instead of She-Hulk. Yeah, whatever. Huh. Well, fair enough, I guess. Some people's powers aren't working here. Looks like you're on that list. And then the robot says, Metal Man says, achieve secondary directive. Retrieve the bride unharmed. And so, yeah, Carol's the bride. Yeah. And then we get the whole Mutual Admiration Society, which happens in all these books. Oh, it's so bad. What did I tell you, Echo? Looking up at Carol. Lovely. Superpowered fungus. You were right. I shouldn't have doubted. Yeah, then they go off and start beating up these giant robots. But they're superheroes, why not? It's just kind of funny. And then we have this one where I'm not even sure what Carol does. As she's kind of escorting Jen, she puts her hand on this one and its head explodes. What exactly is going on there? So yeah. She kind of gives a little bring it up to speed. Roosevelt Island turned into a war zone run by Nuclear Man, a throwback villain with throwback attitudes. Throwback or not, he's got considerable power. impressive tech, and an army of metal men. And she talks about how she has some surprises. Here we have the one guy we saw in the previous issue. He escaped and he's fighting on the women's side, I guess you want to say. And yeah, that's the last of them. Good. Can you take Jen? She's still pretty weak. Sure. Can we talk? Can we not talk about me like I'm not here? Uh, it's Carol talking to Jessica, to Spider Woman. She's just asking her to take. That you're still pretty weak. Sorry. Yeah, stupid. She was talking to Jessica, not to you. So then Carol confronts the guy because he gets called Prince, and find out that he is actually the son of Machismo. Um, I did escape from the Citadel. Nuclear Man, Marcus. I'm his son. My name, Sam. It stands for Son of Marcus. Even my name is not entirely, it's barely my own. Yeah, Marcus. Really close there, so. Yeah, anyway, they don't trust him anymore, and he tells her that she's the bride because uh, she's strong enough and would produce a strong child for him. So yeah, Marcus all over again. So Carol comes up with the idea that they're going to let him think, he can go, but Echo is going to follow him. She's going to tail him. And uh, yeah, she even says to him, the truth is, we can't get rid of you. If we exile you from the camp, it's only a matter of time before you get picked up and taken back to the Citadel, where information you have could be used against us. And we're too underpowered to let a fighter like you waste away in a holding cell. Okay, you're on an island. You're obviously in some type of, military base. How many of those could there be? The metal men are coming to you. How many secrets can you really have? What? He knows where you're at. He can just keep throwing his technology and robots at you. What are you really? Makes no sense. Makes no GD sense. So yeah, they're doing this whole thing with the green monitors and everything. I mentioned this in the last issue. The light doesn't fall right. I mean, this panel in particular makes them just look like they got radiation sickness. That one's not too bad, but just these little random blotches. Just here and there. That's not how light works. Especially when the monitors are behind you or at eye level. As you see, what? Why is that on top of her head? Anyway, we get this great line here where Jen Walters says, I don't remember much, but I'm left with the distinct impression that I'm only alive because of you. Yeah, I guess everyone forgot Civil War II, where you were only in a coma because of Carol. Yeah, yeah. All the problems you've had since, the whole Greyhawk, and yeah, her fault. Yeah, that was her fault. She walked away scot free. So, in the meantime, we're building and training an army of women. So, if you're up to it, I could definitely use you. You had me at Army of Women, Carol. There's a joke in there. It really is a joke I could make, but I'm not going to. So, we get the 2 pages where she is bringing everyone up to speed, and, priority 1 is staying alive and keeping you safe, and yeah, it's a rallying the troops thing, and we got Echo is still keeping an eye on Sam. They're going to practice fighting. They're going to, build things. She look for engineers and pilots, and yeah, they get the plane up and running. I don't have a problem with this. It makes sense in the kind of world that they have, where it's just the women. They have to step up and do. Okay, fine, it makes sense. What doesn't make sense is we have this page here. Carol's outfit, perfectly fine. Still got her long hair. It looks like she goes out the next morning and what? Tears up her outfit, puts on a shoulder pad, armor thing, and then shaves the side of her head, and then shaves her emblem into the side. What? Does she just not want the other women to feel bad that she had a fresh suit? Now remember, they've only been here roughly 2 months, is what we found from the previous issue. Things went to hell that quickly in 2 months. There's if you're looking for, I get the feeling they have this set up. Kelly Thompson is like, well, anyone who complains is a misogynist. It's not. It makes sense in context. But you could make the misogynistic joke that things fell apart so quickly. Um, I'm not going to. It's stupid. Um, she wants to do a road warrior, a Mad Max type thing, and where everyone is wearing the apocalyptic knitwear and cobbled together outfits and shave the sides. They even start, all of them have the little makeup. Um, and I don't mean like lipstick and that, where they put the face paint on. Um, Carol has her little stripes here, and it's stupid. Why? Why does she do that? Makes no sense. Even Jen Walters does it, and yeah, I'm going to skip the rest of this, but I do need to show the last page. So I'm going to skip a huge chunk here. Basically, they come up with a plan to infiltrate the base of Machismo for some reason. And so, yeah, when she gets there, I just kind of ruined the surprise. She gets pummeled by someone, and yeah, let's see if I can cover it. Oh, who is this? In case you didn't see it in the few seconds ago, it's some woman with kind of blondish hair and a little bit of brown around. Oh no, it's Rogue. Oh, what? And then, hello, Carol. I've been positively itching to finish what. Don't they usually do the AH, what I started all these years ago? To try and imitate her southern drawl. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't read Mr. and Mrs. X, so I don't know if they changed Rogue to have blonde like this, or if they changed her the way they do her Southern Belle accent here. And this time, instead of it being I'm not, it's I'm not going to leave enough for you. Does anyone say, yeah, it's stupid? Um, okay, so maybe they changed it because had they not done this, and without her characteristic and real Southern accent, they just kind of dropped G's and stuff. I had no idea this was Rogue. Yeah, but if you look at the cover for the next issue, yeah, there she is with her skunk stripe and um, uh, you know, um, brownish red hair, burgundy hair, and brownish red. Um, is that the same pose that they did in that issue of Uncanny X-Men when Jim Lee was still on the book when they fought? I have to see if that's kind of a homage to that. But anyway, yeah, editorial. What happened? The story's stupid. Um, they want to do a Road Warrior type thing, and yeah, I still call Mad Max Road Warrior. It was the first one, so um, yeah, go to an alternate dimension. Don't just put a bubble over an island and have 60 days pass real quickly in there. 2, 3 months, and yeah, that's how quickly civilization broke down, and we all went to the the apocalyptic knitwear. Who edited this? Sarah Brunstad. I don't know who that is, but you know that is a pretty big mistake. That is a huge, huge mistake. This book, 5 o'clock. I'm about to go 6 o'clock on this. It's stupid. Um, And like I said, I have a feeling this is set up that, oh, if you don't like it, you're a misogynist. No, no, the whole all women thing makes sense in the book. It's trying to go with the whole Mad Max thing that doesn't make sense. And yes, characters' powers aren't working well, except when they do. Um, when her Venom Blast is working, and uh, oh well, don't worry. In about what 6, 7 months, we'll have another Captain Marvel #1. Hey, we might have Kate Bishop in that one too. They could work her in there. I'm surprised she's not in this book as it is. I know she's on the West Coast right now, but I'm sure, Kelly Thompson would find a way to continue writing, Kate Bishop and put her in this book. So once Captain Marvel comes back to finishes this up, if the book's still going, yeah, I'm sure Kate Bishop will show up in there. So I'm done. This book is stupid. There hasn't been a good Captain Marvel book. When Carol's book was Miss Marvel, and she was, struggling to be a better heroine, struggling with alcoholism, it was a better book. And now it's still, what does she earn? She hasn't earned anything. This book is dumb. Captain Marvel's dumb. Anyway, I'm done. Oh, I haven't even looked at what's coming out. Oh, you know what? I forgot to. Didn't High Level #2 come out? I think I forgot to get that. My voice is cutting out. Excuse me. Anyway, I'm cutting this short because my voice, I've been fighting it all night. I'm 2 videos in one night to try and catch up, and yeah, my voice cuts out. I've actually been on the phone most of the night. So, anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.